Hello, friends. I'm Petra, and we're going to talk about what is soul money, because you want to know that, and I understand. So I made some notes, but it's important to know that for these explanations, I simply tune in with source and I ask, what do we mean, and then I get an answer. And we're going to discuss it now. So what is soul money? 3 divine definitions that assist you right away. Yeah, I always hope to be, practical, but it is very spiritual information at the same time. That's actually like the specialty of what we do here. So how can like building of an entrepreneurship, of a life, of money and of love, but now we're like focusing on the money aspect, right? Which is actually the value aspect of it. How can that journey with money, with soul money, be connected as well to the spiritual journey? That means like with who I truly am, like with my truth, with the truth of source as well. And also connect with my wallet and my bank account. So can we have a situation where the two meet, and make the best out of that? I feel that's really what we're wanting, especially in today's day and age, in today's society. I mean, right? So what is soul money? And there are 3 points that I heard that describe that. 1, it is the money that you can download right now in your bank account from your invisible divine inheritance through available interest in your value exchange proposal linked to your true mission. Well, that's extensive, but yeah, there's a lot of truth there that is practical already. You can download the value, it's like actually it's an inner value that you sort of download, but then it's not even like downloaded in the mind and in your energetic field, but then it also then comes in the physical field and into your bank account and like banknotes and coins and whatnot, and possibility to spend that and invest that on needs and also desires. Which is not to say that the soul money connected to inner value is really abundance. Everything that we do here is about the abundance. The soul and money is a part of that. But what I wanted to say is that it expresses itself, of course, in these coins in your wallet, and numbers in your bank account statement, but it also, of course, downloads into forms that just assist you, right? It just assists you besides being coins and numbers in your bank account, and everything that assists you greatly and supports you and nourishes you. Yeah, could sometimes be counted there as well. So don't think that you're poor, when you have lots of things that support you and nourish you, but the bank account for this time in your life or the week or the month is not that overflowing with huge numbers yet. Start with what you have, and well, we could say count your blessings, but that sounds a bit cheesy. But it's true. It's true. I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about that one in other videos, about what the economy means and what zero economy is there, and how to be fully happy below zero before the money comes in. And even have that be the basis of the later coming in of the money, which is really the truth of the matter. So let's say it comes into your bank account. Let's see what it says more. From your invisible divine inheritance. Now, the divine inheritance really exists. I also hear this question, in my mind that people are asking me this, but is this real? And when you speak about divine inheritance, what is that? Is it even real? Is it something? Well, it is real. And it will be opened up to you what that is for you the deeper you go in your spiritual journey. And we do teach a path here, right? It's a really specific path that is about that manifesting love money, right? In the ultimate sense. So, yeah. The divine inheritance is, however, it can still have a couple of forms and individual unique forms for you. It is also that there can be an accumulation of wealth that comes to you from the fact that in earlier lifetimes you have accumulated that and it carried over and you still have it, or it comes to you at the right time of your life from that source or approximately that source or related to that source in the physical. That happened to me. I'm not kidding you. So there you go. That is, I think, a very imaginative example of what divine inheritance is. You have your own version. But the point is that divine inheritance means more essentially that you tune into your soul and into who you are in that soul space. So that means your divine identity, which we call your creative identity right here. So like the unique blueprint of your soul, like your unique soul qualities, right? Creative qualities, who you are. And to really open those up and build with that brings your divine inheritance to life. For instance, you come to know that you have a wonderful creative identity with certain qualities, and that means that you can become this coach that brings these qualities to other people, and they're very helped by that on their journeys. Well, then you can have a value exchange as that coach, as that creative identity coach, and make money. So that is your divine inheritance. Because it is written into your blueprint that is not only your soul quality, but also the value that you then bring in the real life in value exchange. That value is to be made true by you. And it is guaranteed, as it were, when you really follow that true path of, that soul quality that you have. So that's why it ends with your true soul mission, your true mission. Because we can sometimes, go on tangents from ideas that we have, or ways that we were raised, or patterns we have in ourselves that are undiscovered yet, that it was a pattern and not truly who you are. And then go on these, well, we could call them very positively, like tryouts or trial rounds, right? That are not yet your true soul mission. And I have to say that sometimes your true soul mission is different than we think it is, because you are someone else than you think you are. That's where it becomes enigmatic. Also, deeply satisfying when you can allow that into being, what the truth of that is. 2, it is the life force energy in your body vehicle system made visible through having enough being, so that your crescendo in action brings it in. Yeah, so that means that your body plays a role. It's important, You are here, you're a body, man. It's important. There is much value in that. So feeling your body out and the energy that runs through it and that your body actually lives inside of, let's say in a sort of an egg form of an auric field sitting here, and that is the physical truth, that where any soul money or abundance needs to take place, because I don't know where else it's going to take place. So I have to take that seriously, and I have to nourish that physicality and energetic way of being. And that is the body vehicle system that will bring it out. So I think we really need to, honor ourselves, and self-care can really be about a very deep level of connecting to the soul and even sensing what life force energy is. But then let's say, like what we perhaps could call like a more shallow form of self-care, what you hear a lot, like I'm going to the spa or something. Well, that's equally important. Don't discard that, because it is taking care of, the vehicle that is carrying that value and will manifest that money. So if you don't take care of that, where can that money manifest? It's a very powerful tool to manifest your body in a respectful way, and then that money will be matched. It's almost like it's a magic tool to do it like that and to see it like that. I am now in this phase where I am going deeper with the body also. So that really speaks to me, actually. It really does. Yeah. And it has to do with the being. Yeah. And my body can take action forever. That's what I did in the past. I took action forever, but it wasn't always connected in the right way to my body and energy. Or conversely, my body and energy weren't correctly attuned to like my soul and the source of my soul fully yet, because of blocks and traumas. I resolved them. I'm so grateful for that. That it's the biggest thing ever. Yeah. So don't be afraid, if you're going through it. It's important. So action in itself doesn't always necessarily bring it in. But the being, then the action will effortlessly flow from it. Well, that's where it happens. 3, it is your value that you have through surrender to your blueprint, whether you make it visible in plus or minus numbers, value being expressed in language, or value coming to light in relationships. So when you can surrender to your soul blueprint, to that being, to that true mission, yeah. This is a little bit of the conclusion, it feels like. Then your value comes to life as money, whether in numbers, in plus or minus. Like minus numbers are valuable too, because maybe you made an investment. Well, that investment will pay out maybe later, but that enjoyment is already in the now, because that investment will last. When you invest in something that is on the soul path, on the abundant soul path, then that will be forever, remembered for you. It's not a forgetting, like source isn't going to forget about you or something. God isn't going to say, oh, I forgot that investment of yours. I pretend that I never saw it. No, he sees it, man. So anyway, God sieht alles. That's what my teacher said. God sieht alles. He's not German, that's German, but we heard it in German. He comes from a border area. It's where he grew up, so I guess that's why it was German. God sieht alles. Or maybe it's German because his current community is in a German-speaking area. I'm not sure actually. God sieht alles. Yeah. So also your investments, and they will pay out. Or value expressed in language. I mean, so much is language, and value is so beautiful when it is expressed in language. And language is not for nothing, not without reason, the tool that magic uses. You can transform yourself through changing words or uttering certain words. Well, that sounds like a magician that you are, connected to source, standing with source, yet waving your magic wand in accordance with source. That's what you do with language. Or the value coming to light in relationships. Well, and isn't that the true twin flame relationship? Absolutely. This is where, for me, even the 1,111 times money was made come true within my true twin flame union, which is an harmonious union, which is a specific state of being between me and my co-creational partner. That's my ultimate lover too. And he and I got clicked into this spiritual marriage that also, made itself known in the actual physical world. And the degree of that is currently still growing. But that's where you see that your power in soul money is the biggest when you are living inside of your actual soul blueprint. That's what it says here, and that is indeed your soul architecture as written in the blueprint. Divine feminine, divine masculine, yours too. Right? Most of the time it's just two in that order, belonging to each other. It'd be very, very rare that was different for you. So incredibly rare. And then between both, there is source, there's God. There's that power field in energy between you, from all levels. And that power field is really an augmentation of God. God is there. That's the third element there, the third point. And that does make it an incredibly powerful area for soul manifestation of your abundance. It's the biggest opportunity for you to manifest exactly your divine inheritance and soul money that you actually desire. So I really invite you to go that route too, and that will bring the priorities in your relationships in the right order. It's like first source, then you, then your union, and then other relationships that you also bring this power to. Well, imagine empowering that true mission from your soul's true blueprint and creative qualities, your creative identity, and then bringing the power of that source energy connection from source in a triangle with you as divine feminine and divine masculine, and the magnetic power between that and the electric power between that, which is also two ways of saying divine feminine, divine masculine, which is also a way of saying like that divine contrast experience that ultimately belongs together. How powerful is that? And to from there out, spread that mission and receive and allow back that value in form of many things and money in return for that. Well, I'm going to leave you there and I will see you in another video. Don't forget to look in the box below because there are many resources belonging to this video and also the rest of what we have to offer in Creative Universe. And I invite you to use everything we have. And I will see you in another video really soon.